Hi guys, it's Finn. I'm just doing a little video today because although I've done a fair few vlogs on different kind of milestones and that I've been doing, I haven't really done an emotional catch-up for a while. And I'm feeling pretty emotional at the moment, so I thought I'd do a little catch-up about all that. So, I have been living as male now since the end of January, so that's 4.5 months. And things have settled down a lot. The last time I vlogged about this, I did feel very, very up in the air in terms of my identity and my relationships with people. That has settled. The biggest thing to settle is I'm no longer having to continually come out, because that was just driving me nuts. I hadn't ever taken that into consideration, that not only do you tell people once, you have to keep telling new people, and that was quite tiring. But now, everyone that needs to know knows. And any new people I meet, I tell, or people I know tell them, especially with AA, new people come into AA, and so I'll tell them, but not when they first walk in the door, of course. It's not like, hi, welcome to AA, I'm your local trans man, but I do explain to them, because they do get a bit confused. So most of the time, that's all settled, no more continually coming out. Everybody knows, and I'd say 99% of the time, people get my name right. The odd occasion people do say it wrong, but most of the time now they get the name right. Pronouns are still lagging a little bit behind. Not everybody gets them right 100% of the time. In fact, I'm she'd quite a lot by people. But they do see me as male. This is the thing, they completely accept the gender, completely accept the name. I think it's just really difficult for them to make that shift, because it's so socially unacceptable to get someone's gender wrong. And so even though I've given them permission to call me male because that's what I am, I think it's just such a leap in their head. It's so hard. So people are trying. I mean, obviously my girlfriend gets it right 100% of the time. I'm getting it right 100% of the time now, pretty much, because I was still misgendering myself at times, which was quite amusing. So yeah, that's starting to happen, but I'd like it to happen more, and I don't really know how to do that. If anyone's got any ideas, please let me know. Because I don't want to be the gender police. I don't want to be like, can you please call me he, and all that all the time. The only time I ever do that is if I'm giving a share in AA. When I do my AA talks, I then say to the person running the meeting beforehand, can I please ask you to refer to me as he? So it makes me feel more comfortable. And so it doesn't embarrass them as well, because when they get it wrong, they feel silly. So I like to do that. That's the only time I ever say specifically, please call me he. Occasionally I do kind of remind people to go he, and they're fine. But I don't like to kind of keep correcting people, or maybe I should. I don't know. So anybody got any advice on that one, I'd really welcome it. I really don't know what to do about that. But yeah. So, male identity. I was talking a little bit on It's a Man's World last week about kind of passing and what have you. And how in the beginning I was going a bit crazy with kind of trying to be really uber male. With my clothing and getting really paranoid about having the right male clothing and what have you. And that's settled down a lot now. And I'm starting to find a bit more of my own style, which feels really good. I'm not quite so concerned about it now. I'm still not there. I do really feel like I'm just completely rediscovering myself at the moment. And it's exciting. It's also quite weird. It's like getting to know my body all over again, and who I am all over again, and what my certain style is, and how I like to be in the world. It's all very kind of odd. I do feel like that kind of caterpillar at the moment. Having a bit of a jig before I kind of emerge. So, yeah, it's getting there. It's settling. It's definitely settling down. Everything, I can definitely feel a dramatic change in kind of feeling a lot more settled in myself and who I am. In terms of the behaviour as well, because I think I've been really concerned about having to be a certain way to be a man. And that's been really worrying me. I think the biggest thing that concerns me is affection. Now, I think I've said this before, that I am not willing to compromise who I am in order to pass. I'm an incredibly affectionate, touchy-feely, loving kind of guy. Now, I know that that's not as accepted in men as it is in women, and I'm pretty sure that when I'm passing fully as male, I'll likely be seen as a gay man, because wrongly, these attributes of compassion and love and what have you are kind of not seen as recognised and welcome in a man a lot of the time, not all the time. But I don't really care. I'm not willing to give up that side of me. So I've become a lot more relaxed in that, you know. I can be quite camp, as you probably noticed. I can get a bit like overexcited and camp and what have you. And I'm not willing to change all that because that's my personality. That's who I am. I've always been like that. And I'm not... of course I want to pass. But I want to be my own version of a man. And I don't want to give up aspects of my personality in order for people to recognise me as male, you know. So, I don't know. But yeah, what I'm noticing at the moment is... in my interactions with people, now everyone is great with me and there's not been a huge amount of change, really. There's been more change between me and men than between me and women. My best mate Kev, I've shared about it. Oh, I just said his name, sorry, he won't mind. My best mate is very much... I mean, he's quite like me. He's one of those guys that's very in touch with his feminine side, and he's a very loving guy. He's very emotional, what have you. And I love him for that. It's brilliant because, you know, it's fine to be a man and be like that. It really is. It really is. But saying that, we're still now careful what we do in public. You know, we don't kind of like really hug on to each other and hold each other and be like, "Oh, I love you," in public. We might do it in private, but you know. And in terms of like on Facebook and things, the deal is now no kisses at the end of a message on Facebook. We're still allowed to do kisses on text, but not on Facebook. And I do get that, because obviously his friends are going to see this other bloke on his Facebook profile going, "I love you, kiss, kiss, kiss." That's a bit weird, isn't it, for men? But I just find that a bit of a shame. I don't know. I mean, what I'm basically doing is whatever the other person wants to do. Because a lot of men in AA, for example, have said, "Look, can I still call you darling?" I'm like, "Well, if you want to, whatever. Can I still hug you? If you want to, fine." So I let people do whatever they're comfortable doing. If people want to stop hugging me, fine. If people want to continue hugging me, fine. I let them take the lead, and that's the way I've dealt with it. But it makes me a little bit sad. It does, actually, because I don't know. I feel like I'm giving and getting less affection. I'm such a huggy bloke, right? When I go to a meeting, I just want to hug everyone. But now I'm very much kind of, hello. And I don't know. Maybe that's going to change over time as well. I was thinking the other day, though, that as socialised as female, I'm used to kind of giving love and receiving love in a certain way. And maybe it's not that men don't give and receive love, it's just that it's in a different way that I haven't quite yet found, if that makes sense. Because, yeah, I don't... I've got in my head is, where is the love? There's not enough love in our world. And I don't want to stop giving it. So I do find it really hard adjusting to this side of things. I really do. How long have I been chatting about love? Oh, quite a long time. Talk about that for ages. So yeah, I'm finding that a bit odd at the moment. But maybe that will change in time. I think maybe people are being uber careful. Why has this word uber suddenly come about? I don't know. But yeah, maybe they're being really careful at the moment. And then once, you know, they've known me for a bit longer as male, and then I'm kind of looking male, maybe it will change. Maybe it's just gone to one extreme at the moment and it will swing back. I don't know. But yeah, it is weird. I don't like to have to withdraw kisses and be a bit like, "Nice one, mate," rather than, "Oh, I love you." So, yeah, I'm finding that a bit weird. But yeah, there you go. I think in terms of other things, I think if I'm very honest, at the moment I'm feeling quite paranoid about a lot of stuff. Quite insecure, and my self-esteem is a little bit low, which makes total sense, really. I think the paranoia is to do with people are obviously a little awkward around me because they're worried about getting things wrong. I'm a little awkward around people because I'm worried about what they're thinking, and there's a bit of that going on. This is all normal. I'm convinced that this is normal. You know, adjusting to something like this is going to give me a bit of a knock at the moment. I'm not grounded in my identity yet. I'm not grounded in my male role yet. So I am feeling a little bit kind of still a bit who am I kind of thing, and a bit paranoid and a bit kind of needy and what have you. I kind of get a bit paranoid with that at times, and you know, thank God we talk a lot, because I'm able to turn around to her and say, "Look, I know this is daft, but I'm just feeling like I'm not likeable anymore, that people aren't going to like me as this man, you know, as much as they did when I was a woman. All this kind of thing's going through my head. And thank God for my faith, thank God for my support networks, because I can talk about this sort of thing, and it's all right. And I know that realistically, none of this stuff is true, but it does get quite exhausting at sometimes, kind of trying to keep all those thoughts at bay. But yeah, it'll settle in time. Oh, poor me. Most of the time, this is all really, really exciting and awesome, and most days I'm just filled with love and gratitude, and just amazed by like the way things are panning out for me. I am very, very lucky. And so all this other stuff, it's just teething issues. I do know that. Some great news to share with you as well. I'm pretty sure I've shared on my channel, but I've definitely shared on It's a Man's World. Hang on, checking time again. That my brother and I kind of had a little bit of a fallout when I came out. Nothing drastic, he was just having trouble adjusting to it. But anyway, he visited last weekend, and we had a wonderful weekend together, and it just felt so natural and normal again between us, and I'm just so grateful. He didn't get my pronouns wrong once, he didn't get my name wrong once. I love hearing him call me bro, and we just had a lovely couple of days. Really, really lovely couple of days. We didn't talk about the stuff in the past, but I actually don't think that's necessary right now. We both just want to build bridges. Hello, Ben's awake. We want to build bridges and move forward with this, so that's good. If we need to talk about the past at some point, then it will be done. You might be watching this. Hi, bro. Thank you for a wicked weekend. It was awesome. Yeah, so that's been a fantastic thing for me. Really, really fantastic. And on a final quick note, before I go on too long, I got my letter this morning from Dr. Bass, the psychiatrist I saw. A really great letter, actually. He calls my birth name, and then he says, from then on, she'll be known as Finley, and then correctly genders me all the way through it. It's a really positive letter about how I've kind of come through my mental health, and I'm certain of my male role and what I want. And he's referred me on to Charing Cross. Now, I did want to be referred on to the Laurels, but I think because he's a gender specialist anyway in his own field, that they have some kind of deal with Charing Cross. So I don't want to rock the boat and ask to be sent somewhere else and mess all this up. So I'm just going to go with it and trust that I've been sent this way for a reason. So if any problems, then I'm going to obviously look into changing to the Laurels. But at least the referral letter's gone out now. So hopefully in the not so distant future I shall hear from Charing Cross, and sorry about Ben, and have an appointment with them. You know, hopefully by Christmas. That'd be great if I have my first appointment. So yeah, that's my catch up for today, guys, for this week. Just a little bit of an emotional catch up, really, which I've waffled on about for 13 minutes. I do apologise. Anyway, hope everyone's well, and I shall no doubt update you soon with some more ramblings. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.